It was sometime in 2002 that Reverend Friend was walking through the park, and I was with him, and actually a bunch of us were with him, and he told us that to take a look at that memorial. I hadn't even noticed that there was a memorial in Veterans Park before that. He said, look at that memorial, look at that flag, that shabby flag that is supposed to be an honor to our veterans. It's awful. And he said, I'm going to do something about it. We are going to build a fitting memorial for the veterans in Veterans Park of all things. And so later on, and shortly thereafter, he, like he always does when he gets an idea, he drew a picture of the memorial that he, a concept of a memorial he wanted to build. And actually I have a copy of that picture. And he drew it on his computer, and then we had it for a little while, and then he said, well, we got to get in contact with Mayor Hill and tell him about this idea, get this going, get this ball rolling. And I know he had a meeting with Mayor Hill. I wasn't at that particular meeting, and a meeting with Ernie Odell later on to show them the picture and to encourage them to get this memorial built. And it was actually the next year. We had put on two parades. Reverend Friend put on a parade in 2003, and then he put on another parade in 2004 that was even bigger to honor America's fallen heroes. And at the 2004 parade, we had a guy there that was going to be helping with the parade. He was from some car company, I can't remember which one. And Reverend Friend invited Ernie Odell to come to the meeting and talk about the project. And they were going to talk together with this guy, hopefully to get some seed money to build the memorial. Well, Ernie shows up at the meeting with a rendering of the memorial, and it looked just like Reverend Friend's rendering, except he had put some artistic touches on it, and this is actually a picture of what he brought. And it looks so much like Reverend Friend's drawing that I actually was very upset. And I went to Reverend Friend afterwards and I said, it sounds to me like Ernie's trying to say that he came up with this idea. And Reverend Friend said, oh, no, he's just excited about the project. He knows that I gave him the original drawing, but he's really excited about the project, and don't say anything about it. Let's just, I know that Ernie's an honorable man, and that the truth will come out when the time is right. But let's, the excitement's up, and let's just not, let's not put a, put a damper on it. Let's just keep it going. So I kept my tongue, but so Reverend Friend worked on this memorial for years, along with Ernie, and he tried to raise money. He got people. He actually got donations from people, or people said that they were going to donate considerable amounts of money. Shanti worked with him on that quite a bit, and but there was always these roadblocks. Ernie told Reverend Friend that the mayor wanted it to be all done. He wanted it all to be done officially, with official letters from the mayor and all that. And there was just one roadblock after another in getting the thing built. So in 2008, Reverend Friend started lobbying the city council people. He'd meet with them individually and talk about how we needed to get this going. We have to think of some idea to get some seed money from the city. And through his discussions with the city councilman, he was able to get one of the city councilmen to put the matter on the agenda, and they had some money that they could use for projects like this available. And so Reverend Friend, he sent emails out to all kinds of people in the community. He got the task force members to come, and at that time they were saying, oh, we're not going to get any money from the city. They're not going to want to help us. And Reverend said, no, you got to come, you got to speak. He got them to come and speak at this meeting. And he got everybody from the community, all kinds of people to come. And at the end of the meeting, the city council voted to give this $50,000 seed money to get this memorial built. But it was all Reverend Friend's work. And the thing is this was Reverend Friend's idea in the beginning. The city of Redondo Beach did nothing for our veterans. They did nothing for America's fallen heroes. Nothing was going on in the city until Reverend Friend started the first Memorial Day Parade, until he got this idea to the mayor and then to Ernie Odell to build this memorial. And Reverend Friend was the originator of this memorial. He was the originator of the patriotic spirit and the love for our veterans and fallen heroes that has now grown in this city and grown substantially in this city. And he has been, in my opinion, he has been dishonored. The truth has been covered up. and I don't exactly know why that has happened, but for whatever reason, the truth of what Reverend Friend has done has been covered up. And all we want, and all I want, is that Reverend Friend be given the recognition, the same recognition that the other people who worked on the task, he hasn't even gotten the same recognition as some of the people who have worked on the task force for just a very short amount of time, and yet he was there from the very beginning in 2003, and he started the whole thing, and without him this would have never happened.